Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are and what part of the world you are in, I hope that you are having a good day. So, one of the things that I've realized about myself a few years ago, well, someone brought it to my attention, is that I'm very sensitive. And, like, as a child, I knew I was sensitive because if somebody yelled at me, I would start crying. But I didn't realize, of course, as a child, that that's what it was. But like I said, someone brought it to my attention a few years ago, maybe about 7 years ago, that I'm very sensitive. And at first I was like, no, I'm not. But then I realized that, yes, I am. Right. So since, it was brought to my attention, I started paying attention to just little things. And even as a child, I thought that, certain people were mean, spiteful, vindictive, um, cunning, manipulative, to sum it all up, toxic, right? So a lot of people are toxic. And if you're not toxic along with them, they try to find reasons to sabotage you or make it seem like you are exactly what they are, even if you're not, right? And some of these same people don't see anything wrong with that. They think that this is how you get ahead in life, or that if they're frustrated about something, that they can just take their frustrations out on people and that the person should just deal with it, not have anything to say, and when they are over it and in a better mood, everybody's just supposed to go along to get along. And it doesn't work that way for everybody, especially somebody who is sensitive. Some people consider a sensitive person to be an empath. I was watching a Steve Harvey video. He said, yeah, you're just gullible. Those kind-hearted people who are genuinely kind-hearted, not pretending to be kind-hearted, right? Those people who are genuinely kind-hearted can be very sensitive because they're very empathic, and they treat people the way that they would want to be treated. Some people also call these types of people pushovers. But a lot of times it doesn't mean that the person is not aware of what's going on or that they're not intelligent, um, and that they are actually a pushover. It's just that they're choosing not to do or exhibit certain behaviors. Potentially, these are some things that maybe were said or done when to them when they were growing up. So they are choosing not to treat people that way. They're perhaps choosing from a biblical or moral perspective to treat others as they would want to be treated. And so since they want to be treated kindly, they treat others kindly. Again, doesn't mean that they're naive, gullible, or a pushover. It's a personal choice, right? At the same time, some people have healed, right? They've healed themselves. And again, they know that there's a better way to handle things, or they were raised, a certain way that they, again, had that balance maybe growing up with both parents, and they think more logical, and the way they handle situations is different than, some others may. Again, this does not make a person stupid. This does not make a person naive, a pushover, gullible. Again, these things are usually a personal choice. And everybody can't handle being yelled at, being dismissed, being, interrupted, being just treated rudely because someone else is not in a good mood or has maybe something going on outside of work that really doesn't have anything to do with that person, or even at work that doesn't have anything to do with home, or, it could be a financial situation that somebody is experiencing and the husband doesn't want to tell the wife, or the wife doesn't want to tell the husband. And so people become dismissive, a lot of times because they don't want to answer a question, or because they don't want to talk about it. And in talking about it, that means they would pretty much have to confess and tell the truth about the situation, and they're not ready to do that, or they're not mature enough to do that, or again, they just don't know how to handle or balance out those emotions that are going on inside of them. A lot of people don't seek counseling or a life coach, and a lot of times this is what they need. Some people need to take an anger management course, and this is not me picking on anybody, this is not me diagnosing anyone, but there are better ways to handle the stresses of life than to just get an attitude and take your frustrations out on other people. And again, some people are sensitive and cannot handle it. So um, I just wanted to put that out there and mention it, because it's very difficult to deal with certain people and certain personality types. And then, you get the snippy, snappy, you know, um, responses, and or someone's irritable. And then, in certain situations, they may be irritable about something for a legitimate reason. So it doesn't make sense to match their tone or their temperament, because we disagree with how they're responding. We just kind of have to let people go through their own motions and allow them to feel what they need to feel. And if they want to talk about it, maybe be there for them or not. Again, that's a personal choice as well. But we don't want to get an attitude because this person has an attitude. Or we don't want to say, oh, well, since you had an attitude, now I'm going to be spiteful and vindictive and do or not do A, B, and C because, because you feel some kind of way about, again, something that they could legit be upset about. I just believe in karma, or I know that, the law of karma exists, right? And, no matter whether you say eye for eye, as a man reapeth, so shall he sow. It doesn't matter how you say it. It's all called karma. It's the law of karma. It's a law of the universe that does not change. Everyone will reap what they sow. And again, it's a matter of treating others the way that you would want to be treated. And if you're upset about something, you don't want people to be mean toward you just because you're upset, again, for a potentially legit reason. But at the same time, you don't want to take your frustrations out on people because you're upset about something for a legit reason as well. So that door swings both ways. And I just wanted to talk about that. And I hope that was helpful to someone. As always, love y'all. Later.